You ever flush a pet down the toilet? I had to flush my daughter's fish down the toilet. I came home, the fish was dead. She wasn't home from school yet, so I just flushed the fish. And that's a weird moment, too, because fish live in water. So you put it in the toilet, floats to the bottom, like, yeah, he's dead. And then you flush, and it looks like he goes, wait a second, oh, I was taking a nap, Jesus! You gotta be in constant motion to get any respect in this house. And then my daughter comes home. Why did he die, Dad? Come on, what am I gonna say? Why did he die? Because who gives a shit? That's the reason. That's the actual reason. Is because it didn't matter that he was alive. That's why he's dead. He didn't know his name and he didn't love you back. These are the facts about that fish's life. My daughter likes fish. We took her to the aquarium. I took both my kids to the aquarium in Boston, and we were looking at this seal or sea lion. I don't know which one. I don't care. I don't think they need to be separate things. I really don't. They don't care, and we don't care. There's like 3 scientists who give a shit what we call all those things. The scientists could go on TV tomorrow and say, okay, everybody, from now on, seals and sea lions and walruses, and you know what? Penguins are all seals now. And we would all be like, yeah, fine. Yes. Whatever, man. Anyway, so we're looking at this sea lion thing, and he's looking back at us through the plexiglass, and he's going, ugh. They're really disgusting in person. Most animals are when you really see them. You ever go to a farm, you think you're gonna see little white sheep going, bah, but they're all fat and colored, and they're like, bah. Jesus. That thing is awful. Anyway, seals don't go, they go, ugh. My daughter's like, what does he say? I don't know. I'm a slave. Kill me. Kids did nothing to you. Of course, slavery is the worst thing that ever happened. Of course it is. Every time it's happened. Black people in America, Jews in Egypt, every time a whole race of people has been enslaved, it's a terrible, horrible thing. Of course. But maybe every incredible human achievement in history was done with slaves. Every single thing where you go, how did they build those pyramids? They just threw human death and suffering at them until they were finished. How did we traverse the nation with a railroad so quickly? We just threw Chinese people in caves and blew them up and didn't give a shit what happened to them. There's no end to what you can do when you don't give a about particular people. You can do anything. That's where human greatness comes from, is that we're shitty people, that we others over. Even today, how do we have this amazing microtechnology? Because the factory where they're making these, they jump off the roof because it's a nightmare in there. You really have a choice. You can have candles and horses and be a little kinder to each other, or let someone suffer immeasurably far away just so you can leave a mean comment on YouTube while you're taking a shit.
It is with so much pleasure that we present the 2015 Moth Award to Mr. Louis C.K.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I mean, I really like people, and I even think that I'm pretty cool sometimes. But I really, I'm very pleased to be here because I do love the Moth, and I listen on the radio all the time, and it kills me every time. It's nice to know that you can reliably cry by listening to something, you know? Always makes me cry. I don't want to thank the people who told their stories, the kids and all these people, because I think stories is the only thing that you have that's really only yours. A lot of people have money and other possessions or ideas, but your stories are the only things that you're the only one who has them. And then just by telling them, then everybody else has them. So that's why I think stories are great. So they asked me to tell a story, and I told a few to my daughter, and this one she just said, yeah, tell that one. And I think it's mostly because she wanted me to stop. It was the last one. She's like, just tell that one. Can I go back to what I was doing? But anyway, I went to Russia in 1994. I went to Russia, and it had just become Russia again. It was the Soviet Union until really that year, everything started to crash down. And at the time, I was a writer for the Conan O'Brien show, and I had written there for 2 years, and I was burnt out, and I didn't want to do it anymore. So I went to the head writer, and I said, I have to quit because I think I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. And he said, take 2 weeks off, and we'll pay you for the 2 weeks. And I said, okay, I'll do that. So I had nowhere to go, and I thought, maybe I'll go to Russia. I really don't know why. I can't really explain any decisions I made then, because I have children now, so you don't have to search when you have children. You're not like, oh, what could I do to enhance my life? You're just sort of compelled to do whatever comes at you at a certain age in life. But I was in my 20s. I had no wife, nothing. I had no girlfriend even. I just was this guy, and I had money from a TV job. And so I just said, I'm going to go to Russia, because when I was a kid, I used to read Russian novels, and I loved them, and I would open all the windows so I would be cold, and I wanted to be cold like they were. So I just decided I'm going to go. And also somebody told me that the wall had just come down in the Soviet Union and that Russia was a really crazy place at the time. So I said, I'm going to go there. I speak no Russian. I can't even look at the alphabet and understand what I'm looking at. There's no place more foreign to me than Russia. So I went. I went to Moscow, which is, when you land in Moscow, it's just forest, and there's a city in the middle of just forest. It's terrifying. And as the plane goes down, you're like, no, I didn't want to really do this. And the whole time there, I couldn't fend for myself. It was already a country that was just broken in pieces. And the weirdest things happened to me there, and they just became normal after a while. Like I was in a restaurant, and a waiter came up to me, not my waiter, and he said, Coca-Cola? And I said, uh-huh. He said, Coca-Cola. And I said, sure. I don't drink Coca-Cola, but I had learned by that point to just do what they're asking you to do. Sure. So he went to the kitchen and he got a Coke and a can, and he handed it to me, and he said, $5, because only dollars were worth anything there. And I said, okay, on my bill. He said, no, $5, me now. So I gave him $5, and he put on his coat and he left. He just sold me a Coke on the side and then quit his job. So those are the kind of confusing moments I was having there. And I couldn't talk to anybody, and I was so lonely. It's difficult. I mean, I was alone, and I just sit in the room and go, okay, that was a really up day. I hated that day. And I tried to watch television, and the TV was American shows like Dynasty. And the way they translate, they didn't have, what they did was the sound is a little down, and there's just one man saying all of the dialogue over the whole show. I was there for 2 weeks, and it just was crushingly, I had made no contact with anyone. And then one day I went into the subway. Now, if you've never been to Moscow, the one thing I learned there is that, well, the streets are I can't gesture with this. It's beautiful, but I can't keep punching you in the face with a big white fist. Okay. The streets in Moscow during the Cold War, they were made wider so that they could have missiles go down the middle of the street for the parades. And if you go there, you'll find out, if you go behind the big buildings, they actually tore the buildings off of their foundations and dragged them back. And a lot of the bigger buildings in Moscow, in the back, they're being held up by like bricks. It's really unnerving how unsafe the whole city is. So the streets are very wide, and you can't cross the street on a green light. You'll never make it. So they made tunnels so you can go under, and those are connected to the subway. And the subway in Moscow, you go down in an escalator, and you keep going until you think, it just keeps going. Like, this is so deep, this is really upsetting. But anyway, everyone hangs out in these tunnels. I went in the middle of December. I went to Russia in the middle of December alone. And I'm standing in the subway, and I'm watching a violin player. And the one thing about Russia, still today, I think, is that no one has any money. So when you see a guy playing the violin in the subway, he's like the first chair violin for like the Russian Symphony Orchestra, because that doesn't pay shit. And at least he can get a few kopecks in the subway. So I'm watching him, and these other people are sitting on the floor, and we're crying. Everybody's crying. Everybody. It's just normal. People are just watching, just wiping away tears. And there's a young fella sitting here, and he looked my age. I was 25 at the time. He looked about 25, and he was tattered and just watching this violin player. And then this group of kids walked by, about 8 children, ranging from 5 to 10 years old, and their faces were dirty, like in Oliver Twist, like they were in a play, like they had rubbed dirt on their face. And they're all wearing men's coats that they're wearing as from the neck down to the floor, and none of them have sleeves, their hands in their sleeves. Their sleeves are just flopping. They were like street urchin kids. And the coats, it just looked like these men's coats. And you kind of knew all the men who owned those coats are dead. And at least one of these kids killed those guys. Like, I swear I looked at an 8-year-old's face and thought, he has murdered. And that's what they looked like, just tough little kids. And I'd seen them before in Moscow. They work in groups. The guy sitting below me that I identified with called out to the head kid in the front. I don't speak Russian, so I just knew he was going, he's appealing to him. He needed something. And the kid with his hands in his sleeve looked at him suspiciously and said, like, what the fuck, why? What do you want from me? And the guy went, explaining himself, and he showed that his shoe had come apart. And he showed that his shoe was like a flap, and he showed the kid, and he showed him his shoe, and the kid shrugged and said, like, okay. And the kid's hand appeared from out of the sleeve, and there was a tube of shoe glue in his hand. He didn't rummage for it, it was already there. And he handed it to the guy, and the guy fixed his shoe with the glue, gave it back and just did. And then the kid from he took his other hand had a paper bag, and he put the glue in, and he huffed it, and his eyes rolled back, and he got high. And then the group kept going, and I couldn't believe what I just saw. That the misery in this country at that time was so calculable and so predictable that this guy thought, my shoe's broken. Oh, there's a child. He's sure to have some glue in his hand because the state of our nation is so wretched. And I looked, and he looked at me, and I was startled, and then he laughed, and I laughed. And he's the only person I had any contact with in the whole of the Soviet Union. And I realized this is why I came here, to find out how bad life gets, and that when it's this bad, it's still funny. That's all I got. Thank you.
iPod phone.
Yeah, no, this is better than the iPod audio, trust me.
No, this is going to be good stuff.
This is gonna
Boys
be
work hard.
better. This is going to suck. Let's meet David.
Hey, Dave,
On
go.
the subject of the iPhone, why do you want an iPhone?
Well, when I first came here, I was interested in standing behind this barrier for the experience, and I was thinking that I'd get this iPhone for myself. But I went for a walk with a friend of mine, a longtime friend. We've been friends since we were less than 2 years old. And
important part of the story.
We went
oh my
walking
God!
in Central Park, and on the way,
walking to Central Park,
sucked each
it dawned
other's
upon me
dicks.
that I could give this phone to charity and use this publicity to raise awareness about a good cause. So I'm donating this phone to the Taproot Foundation, or rather, I'm selling this phone to the highest bidder, and whoever makes the winning
There's
bid,
a tone in your voice I don't trust.
The Taproot Foundation, I'll hand you the third iPhone sold in New York City.
The third iPhone sold in that particular location of New York City.
Wow. I hate more, that guy or you for
God.
not braining him. Just indulging him.
Yeah, why would you sit there? His severed head should be sitting right here. We should be looking at it while we're hearing it.
What is the charity?
He said it was a Taproot Foundation.
Taproot?
Yeah.
It's not a
He
band.
started talking because we asked him how he had time to get there, and he said he basically was on vacation before he started training for this job. And the Taproot Foundation is this like placement agency.
Right.
Yeah, it was very vague. I don't think it was for charity at all.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Is this another iPhone waiter? This person?
Wait, that guy.
Same guy.
Same guy?
Because after the first question, they needed to ask him another question.
Yeah.
Next question should have been, why don't you die?
Yeah,
Right.
stop killing kittens.
Have you come across any unsavory people?
You know, yesterday I had a unsettling experience. Well, rather last night. I was sitting over there with another fellow named Barry, who's I guess Barry is currently employed. He's between jobs.
Oh my God.
Assumed training. So
Yeah.
I suppose, in a sense, I'm not too far from the same camp. And anyhow,
kick you right in the asshole.
the fellow walked up to us and said that he had just arrived in the city. He needed money to get on the PATH train, and that his girlfriend, wife, was over there, and that they were both struggling to make the money. They needed $40. They already had 26. And I'm always torn. I give to homeless shelters, and that's my way of contributing rather than giving to individuals along the way.
What a guy.
When he
That's
asked,
so beautiful.
me for money, I struggled with it because here's
You're
a
unemployed.
white man asking me for money.
Here's a
and
what?
I'm wondering to my
A white man. This is, by the way, why
What?
Mac and Apple and their gizmos have such a bad rep with certain people.
Yes.
Because it's this type of people that everybody thinks are so into, like, Apple products. And it's not. It's like, it's Lou, it's me, it's Jimmy. But you get this impression that it's like, and like it made me rethink I want to take a MacBook and smash his teeth in
I
with
want
it.
to now. You know where he is. He's at the Apple store until Friday. He's the third guy back.
He's going to get the third iPod.
He's going to get the third iPhone.
I want to kick him right in his back, man.
Well, why does Mac and Apple come into this?
Because that's who's putting it out. The iPhone
He's at an
is
Apple store waiting for the
Mac
latest
product. Yeah.
The
Tomorrow,
latest Apple product.
Yeah.
We should get him on.
Yeah, they all have that voice, that iPod voice. Like, I have my iPod, and I want to buy an iPod. How much is your iPod?
I hope he
drops
it.
We should get him pulled out of line.
We should get him
Get
on.
Keith or somebody.
Get him thrown out.
Yeah, some.
Oh, dude, we should get.
You
him
know,
on.
when I waited for Red Sox World Series tickets in 1986, me and some friends, somebody paid us.
Didn't work
some guy
out for
paid
you
us.
now, did it?
Yeah.
To, no, but we got money for waiting for the tickets. I didn't give a but we waited in line, and we were there all night. It was October. It was freezing. And then the next morning, everybody got up, and the line started moving, and people pointed at a guy and said, "You weren't here. He wasn't here. He just snuck in line." And everyone pointed at this guy and said it went out, and the cops just removed him. They're not going to look into it, get rid of the guy. And people just started doing that to anybody.
Wow.
Like just going out, just pointing at people. And the guys that were doing it were laughing, but not letting the cops see that they're just going out, and the cops would pull anybody out.
That's
That's what I'm saying is we could do this to
Hitler
this
would have
dude
loved
tomorrow.
that.
You could do this to the guy tomorrow.
No, that's more a
On Friday.
Stalin thing.
Yeah.
That's like a Stalin kind of move.
Yeah, exactly. But you could do that on Friday. You could go there and just stand and go, "Hey, that kid, you just got here." And
Hey, what are you doing?
get him
Yeah.
thrown out
that
in
is
4 days
funny.
in line.
Let's get our interns online and we'll do that gag.
Get the rid of him.
All right, let's get the rest of this. Cause
Tomorrow, let's get him on the air and scream.
Here's
at him.
a white man asking me for money, and I'm wondering to myself, if this were a black man with the same story, would I give him $1? Would I give him $2? Is in giving this man
Wow, you really
$1
would have changed
I've
his
had
life
so
with that
many
buck.
People ask me in the past.
Yeah, he's a real thinker.
Does it tell something scary about me and my own it's not. It's something I have to think about and mull over whether or not.
So much self-awareness.
Yeah, but not into a microphone, you fucking
by a
dick.
black man if I would have given them $1. I hope so. I hope I'm at that level.
Oh, that level, man. You know, I haven't attained that yet, but I'm really trying to become a Vulcan where I have no feelings or emotions.
He's a nice boy.
Shut up.
Buy an iPhone.
He is a tool, and I hope he gets robbed tonight as he lays there on the sidewalk waiting for this iPhone.
I just don't want him to get that phone.
Stomps his head.
I don't want him to get that.
Nice
No,
boy.
I want him to get the phone, turn it on, and you just hear this slight and see a puff of white smoke come out behind it, and it just goes black.
And that's it.
It's broken, man. And I was thinking, like, is it bad that it's broken because now the screen is black?
Or maybe it's what I needed. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I needed that to, like, spend so much money and to have it all for naught.
You know what I figured out? That phone is where it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Stupid. Fucking. And that pious voice. All that pious
Yeah, yeah. Like, he's so self-aware, but he could use more self-awareness.
We learn
Shut
about his
up.
girlfriend here.
Oh, girlfriend. What kind of a lie is this?
Girlfriend, yeah.
Had a girl.
Dungeons and Dragons. Get out of here. Girlfriend, my say.
We should play Dungeons and Dragons before we leave the show.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I did up until. Oh, she was really incredible too. It's
I
the
bet.
She was the first girl who ever put
Liked
me
you.
on the receiving end of a breakup.
Strap on.
How ugly was she?
Huh?
Put me on the receiving end of a breakup.
First girl.
He's trying to say like he's dumped a million chicks.
Dumped plenty of broads, let me tell
Finally,
you.
it happened to me.
This guy can't admit it. He's like, she put me on the receiving end.
Receiving end of the
What
breakup.
happens is this: he asks them out, they say no, and he kills them.
Right.
Right.
First
He
time.
screams at him first, though, like, you are a slut. You are a slut.
I hate you. He's all crying.
Yeah.
You know what you need to do? Cut the line tomorrow and tape it.
And just say,
Cut right
how
in
does this
front of
make
him.
you feel that I just cut you in line?
Yeah.
Tell me about how you feel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm angry.
Yeah, we're going to cut the line tomorrow.
Yeah, get right in front of this
Just stage a
douchebag.
huge protest
We should
against
get
him
Club-
getting the phone. Just like have like 100
We should
people
get
with
Club
signs.
Soda Kenny to
Don't give David a phone. Don't give
David.
Club Soda Kenny to cut him off.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Excuse me. I believe I was here first.
And of a breakup.
How ugly was she?
Huh? What are you asking?
Oh.
What are you
How
asking?
ugly was she?
Question?
You heard me.
How ugly was she?
How
Faggot.
ugly was she?
Yeah.
She was really attractive. But I don't want to get into my personal life too much.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
please
really
don't-
attractive.
Don't think that I'm your typical guy.
Special.
No.
Don't think I'm your
He's
typical
almost
guy.
at the level of giving $1 to a black guy.
Yeah, almost. He's still
almost
mulling it
there.
over. He's got to mull that over
Because
for a
he
while.
lives on the receiving end or
Yes.
the giving end.
That's right.
This guy
Yeah.
thinks he is so special in life. You're another fucking speck of bacteria on this rock. Shut
Yeah.
up. You're not special.
I like. He's thoughtful.
That's it.
He's insightful.
This guy is annoying.
Getting under your skin.
I buy every single iPhone in that place, so there's none left when he goes.
Yes.
I'll get in front of him, I'll cut,
And give
go,
him out
give
free.
me 150
Give them free to
iPhones,
everybody in line except
and
for
just
him.
hand them out and go, who wants one? And then he just goes,
Not you.
oh, you know, I realize I shouldn't have one. Shut up.
Self-important ass.
He should buy an iPhone, and then an A phone, a D phone, and an S phone, and eat them all.
So what have you been doing to pass your time here?
I actually brought a harmonica with me.
Of course you did.
Of
Did you
course
bring a
I did.
hacky sack too? You
Hey,
idiot.
I like the hacky.
Yeah.
Good times with the hacky.
I actually brought a harmonica with me.
Actually.
I decided to start learning blues harmonica.
Wait, what's with the language? Actually.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually
he did
brought
that
a
in the last
harmonica.
sentence,
Like,
too.
can you believe it?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. It's like, I actually brought a harmonica.
Picks these weird words.
Actually brought a harmonica with me. I'm
is
not like one of
something.
those phony harmonica bringers.
No.
I actually
This
brought
guy's
a harmonica
embarrassed
with me.
about himself. That's what it
He
is.
should wait phone.
His own man calls him an asshole. Here comes my son, the harmonica playing, sensitive.
After I saw this video of beatboxing harmonica player on YouTube not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
Not too long
That's
ago.
it,
Not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
Not-
He's never going to get a call on his iPhone
No.
because he has no friends.
Nobody.
He's going to be there going, I have no contact.
His calendar's
No one
empty.
calls.
He's got pictures of himself.
Oh, wait, I get
Got
it.
no
I get what's
contact.
going
Just
on.
himself. Look, I can scroll through pictures of me. He's IMing his other phone.
Yeah.
He's IMing his Verizon
I get what's
phone.
going on.
A little for us. I wouldn't want to try. I actually never tried it with my
God.
I'd really love to. I've got stage fright. I don't know what's
Not on a stage.
There's no stage here.
Yeah.
Tummy.
It's not clean.
Is her mine?
Clean. I just started like 4 days ago. This is a very, very simple blues riff.
Oh, you're dying to play it. Shut up.
I actually know that song.
Yeah?
It's called A Homeless Man Shoved My iPhone up my
Very simple blues riff. I'm just learning like
Doodah. Doodah's in the title and everything?
Yes.
Oh, I know the song. Yawning
Usually
for Dummies.
That
Yawning for Dummies.
Oh,
What a piece
that
of
was
shit.
real full of soul, that whole blues riff. You could really feel the pain that this kid's gone through.
You know what
it
the
came out in
lyrics
his
are to
harmonica.
that? My dad's my friend. My dad's my friend.
What is this kid going to be like when he's like 60?
Oh,
Sad.
dead, I hope.
And then shoot him in the face. Don't even let him enjoy the smell of the harmonica. I'm going to shove it.
I have never hated so much someone this much from one of our little interviews.
He gets under your skin.
Wow.
I hate New York. I really do. I used to love New York, but I hate it now. I'd rather be in Auschwitz than New York City. Honestly, I would. I mean Auschwitz now. I mean today Auschwitz, not back when it was open. I mean now. It's nice now. There's a gift shop. People go there on purpose. They buy tickets. I think that's weird. That people buy tickets to Auschwitz. That's weird. If you could have told those people back then, people are going to buy tickets to come here. Yeah, wrap your head around that. Jew. That's... All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, never again, I promise. That's what we say about the Holocaust, never again. Because they killed 6 million Jews. If they only killed like 10,000, would it be like, okay, 2 more times? And then taper off, because it's a little much. I'll tell you, I went to Auschwitz. This is a true story. I actually did go to Auschwitz because I was doing shows in Poland. Because I had to go to Poland to do shows. So I was in Krakow. I was in Krakow, so I went to the camp. And I went there because of a very personal reason. Because I had family there. I had a lot of family there. 44 members of my family were in Auschwitz during World War II. I mean, they were guards. They worked there. No. They were Jews and they died. It's okay. Don't be offended. It's true. We lost the whole family there. Everybody, because we were Hungarian Jews. My grandfather, on my father's side, he's the only one who made it. The rest of them, all 44 of them, went to Auschwitz, which I think they really regretted. But that's what happened, because the Hungarians sent all their Jews to... They weren't even occupied Hungary. They're just like, take our Jews. And they sent my whole family there, and they all died in Auschwitz, except for him. My grandfather's the only one who made it, because he got the out of there before it started. In the late 20s, he smelled that shit, and he got the out. And he went to Mexico. He migrated to Mexico. And we found his immigration card. My uncle and I did the family history, and we found it. It says nationality, Hungarian, and it says religion, Catholic. And there's a picture of him like... He's like, fuck it, they don't know what a Jew looks like in Mexico. That's where I'm going. And that's why I'm alive, because he made that choice. It's also why I'm not Jewish. He was like, Jew schmoo, we're not Jewish. Somos católicas. That was my abuelito. Became a Mexican fast. That's what happened. That's how he made it. He's a fascinating guy, my grandfather. His name was Geza. That was his name. And he had a brother named Geza. It's weird, but I looked it up, and here's what happened. His parents had a baby, and they named it Geza, and it died. The baby died. So they had another one, and they just said, okay, Geza, let's just do it again. Because that's what it was like. The babies died. It was no big deal back then. It was just like, yeah, that was a shitty baby. Let's do another one. Why'd your baby die? Because it sucked. Why does any baby die? At least we found out quick. It. This one's good. That's what it was like forever until recently. The human race was all the good babies, and the shitty ones, that's just the way it worked. It's not like that now. Now we save every baby. The the baby, the bigger the effort. Because we love it. We love saving the shitty babies. There's always a documentary. Look at this baby. He's a mess. Do you see that? We're going to save it. Make it live. And the baby's like, please don't. But we don't like when babies die. We get more upset when a baby dies. Why? Who knows this baby? What are... Did you hear about Jeff? No, he was here for one day. Nobody met him. And then if you die when you're old, nobody gives a shit. They're like, he was here long enough. F*** him. You ever tell somebody, like, your grandmother died? My grandmother died. You're like, I'm so sorry. How old was she? She was 98. Oh. So why'd you even tell me?
All right, so, hey, speaking of your hometown there, well, yes. the state, obviously, Massachusetts, there's a town there. They moved Halloween to November 1st, Lou. You got 2 daughters that are going to be doing that trick-or-treating. Yeah. To make it safer for the kids.
How is that safer?
I don't know, Anthony.
Why is November 1st safer than October 31st?
October 31st is a Friday, I think. So it's the teenagers are out there drinking.
Teenagers. They spray Nair in your hair and all your hair comes out.
I think it's too much now.
What?
We need safety for the children.
But who's going to have candy on November 1st?
Nobody.
Yeah. Well, the leftover candy.
It's like trick-or-treat. No, a lot of people don't have that. I remember kids that used to do that the day after, like, and then they'd have an excuse like, I was out of town, like, with my parents, and they're always a little too old to be trick-or-treating. Yeah. So, like, I figured I'd come by today. Get out of here, you bum. Now you're just being a panhandler. Right. You're a bum. Halloween is one day, next day, bum.
I had a friend who we went trick-or-treating in, like, 7th grade. It was, like, that year too long.
Yeah.
And, a friend of mine he dressed as Spider-Man, and he just went around stealing candy. He waited till the end of the night.
Oh, good.
And he just took kids' candy.
That's the easiest
It's the worst thing I've ever seen. He just would run up to kids, leave them crying, push their heads down in the dirt. He had just pound, and he didn't even like candy that much. He just took all their candy, and it's when I discovered something awful about myself, because I never saw anything that horrible in my life. I was lying on the ground because I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, I remember lying in grass.
It sounds
laughing
hysterical.
And my stomach hurt, just going, oh, that's terrible, and I love it every second of it.
It sounds hysterical to watch.
It is amazing.
Poor bastard.
They're crying. I'm a bad person. That's when I realized.
Yeah.
I had my candy stolen once.
Yeah.
Oh,
what happened, Jimmy?
Really?
I think I was just sitting at my friend's, and one of the older boys ran by.
Mm-hmm.
And he stole my stupid pillowcase.
Filled with candy.
That's right, but I got him back.
What did you do?
That?
The next year, I went to that same place, and I had my pillowcase full of dog turds.
Oh.
Nice little nuggets.
I thought you were going to, do the soda cans in there.
No.
Pulling old bad boys.
Mm-hmm. No, but he didn't come by, so I just had to go home like that and sleep on that pillow.
With the pillowcase full of dog crap.
I ate them. They're delicious.
Hey,
rolls.
There's a couple other things really fast. You have a mayor in Kansas.
I would hope so.
He's apologizing today for this made us laugh in the office for going to a fundraiser, which these mayors do.
Sure.
He went to the fundraiser in drag and blackface.
Politicians have to understand. Politicians, public servants, which the fire, the police. You can't put on blackface anymore and be entertained. It is funny. I must say, when I see somebody in blackface, I usually laugh.
Sure.
Not so much that it's funny, but just for the fact that, oh my God, he's in so much trouble. Like, that makes me laugh, just knowing they're so screwed and probably have just destroyed their careers.
Yeah, you can't. Who is he pretending to be? Because he's in drag, too.
When he was asked who he's trying to be, he commented,
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that not? Oh, I better issue an apology.
Apologize again.
Oh. I thought they liked to be called.
I thought they loved the.
word. No.
I'm confused.
Let's say hi to Mark in Jersey. Marky.
Yes.
What's up, Mark?
Hey, not much. How you doing?
Welcome aboard, Mark. Yeah, what do you got for the show today?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Quickly, what? A lot of people have been saying that. How about we fix the phone so we can do our show Monday? That would be nice. Thank you, CBS.
What do you have for the show? Why did you call?
I called because I hear you guys talking about ghosts a lot, and I'm a paranormal investigator.
No, you're not.
I run a group called North Jersey Paranormal Research.
Do you?
And we go around to people's homes and investigate.
And rip them off.
Yeah, what are you guys called? We've never found anything.
Yeah, first of all, we weren't talking about ghosts a lot.
Well, he got...
So you're talking about, chimney sweeps. I run a chimney cleaning company. We didn't mention chimney sweeps. Yeah, it was the blackface. What did
They all just have soot on there.
Where is
They're just cleaning the chimney?
Where's the proof? Why isn't it all over the news and people going, oh my God, that is conclusive proof of paranormal phenomenon?
Right. Because you know what? I really don't think we have. I'll be honest with you. There's no conclusive proof. There are a lot of experiences. We have people that have dealt with things in their homes that really scare them. They call us in. We come in and we try to look for rational explanations.
You ever been slimed?
No slime. And I keep my proton pack.
You ever cross the beams? Or do you just sword fight with your professional paranormal investigator friends?
No, I don't do that. No, what we do is we go in with regular...
Yes, you do.
Cross the streams and you get a belly button full.
Doesn't know why he's laughing.
Yeah,
No.
Not that kind of group. Not that kind of group.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you're a bunch of queers.
And you find nothing but pain in your rump. That's what you find. There's a ghost back there. Oh, that's just Pete. A ghost is grabbing my hips.
The funny thought is a bunch of guys who are in denial that they're gay. They think they're doing paranormal research. All right, try that one. Try the one where you rub it on my face. See if that finds a ghost.
It's just an excuse.
No ghosts there.
I got slimed.
Oh. No ghosts there.
Yeah, it's just like... they absolutely think they're searching for ghosts.
Yes.
And it's just completely gay.
Well, you know what it is? Why are you putting that in there? Because it's ghost bait. Let me leave this. Let me leave this in here. It's ghost.
Maybe
bait.
this ghost will be afraid of me with a cowboy hat and nothing else.
Chaps.
Maybe if I shave down there, the ghost will be afraid. That'll help find a ghost.
Ghost like a man in assless chaps on a Cialis.
This guy
help to root him out.
This guy mentioned his little company. I'm sure other people are listening and going, "What happened?" Like, no, we're all gay. Like, what? How did that happen?
Thanks a lot. Thanks for calling the show.
You shouldn't have called that show. No, we're gay.
Now that's what we do.
Yeah. We go in the houses and have gay sex with each other trying to find ghosts.
That's hilarious.
They said that
you call this company, they come over and they just start doing each other on the floor. What are you doing? Oh, this is very scientific, ma'am.
You'll never understand why we do this.
It's how we remain gay and stay in our marriages.
Yes.
Is by saying it's paranormal research.
Let's go to Mike in Florida. Mikey.
What's wrong with the ghosts we got?
They spoke pretty good.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
What's some of those other ghosts we got?
Ricky Gervais,
Ghost Town,
Beetlejuice,
Casper,
Ghost Dad,
and Snuffleupagus. It's kind of a ghost, only Big Bird could see him.
Oh, that's true.
James in Massachusetts. James. You know what? If they're not fixed Monday, there'll be a sledgehammer in studio to take care of the problem.
I wouldn't even know what to break for the phones. Like, you hit the monitor.
Whatever.
Yeah, damn you hit the monitor. Well, it didn't really do anything for the phone.
Bring in an old lady and call her Ma Bell and knock her teeth out. It would just be fun to do, even if they do work. For no reason. Whoever is running this radio station, do something, please. Just do something.
Just get that Lily Tomlin operator character.
Yeah. Yes.
May I connect you?
Is this the party to whom I'm speaking? Hysterical. She's playing an operator.
Yeah, James said that the reason they moved Halloween, by the way, was because of traffic.
Traffic.
Friday night, 5 to 7, when the kids are out doing their thing. A lot of traffic.
How come no one cared about us? We were the least cared about children in the entire history of the United States of America. Go out and play.
Go out. Get out of here.
Just get out of the house.
Get out of here. Go.
I was told to just leave. Leave your house and just walk around with strangers.
Do whatever it is you do.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Maybe I'll see you later.
And when I come home, I'm not even going to ask what you did today.
Nope.
You could do anything. Go ride your bike. No helmets, no knee pads, no nothing. You're just riding in traffic.
Go find a dead cat.
Poke it with a stick for a while with your friends.
Yeah.
Dig holes in the woods.
Steal lots of things from CVS.
Right, go on a shoplifting sprees.
Steal like 5 giant Hershey's special candy bars from CVS and sit behind it gobbling chocolate till you feel sick, and then a retarded girl walks by and you show her your penis.
Right. Why wouldn't you?
That was a typical afternoon for me.
I can bring
Massachusetts.
Knives.
So my wife decided that she wanted to get pregnant again. She decided it. And this is back in August. She told me, you need to be in town next week. Why? Because I'm getting, I'm ovulating. So, not do you want another kid, just be in town. That's how she handles it. I'm like, I don't want another kid. So it. And she's like, all right. Next week, she starts blowing me, right? Now, she hasn't blown me in, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever been blown. That's how long it is. She's blowing me on the day she's ovulating. I'm a idiot. I'm like, yeah, you love it. I think she digs me now. Fucking stupid. So she's having another baby any day now. She's due, and it's true. She's fucking the whole thing. And I'm like, okay. No, it's great. It. That's really the attitude that keeps a family together. It's not we love each other. It's it, man. It. It. Another kid. It. Why not? Let them all in. Good.
Same thing. No, Louis got a great attitude to money. He, I think he says it in Talking Phone. I don't know if we left it in, but we're talking about when Chris is saying you're the blackest white guy ever.
Right. Yes.
Countdown to poverty. Right? And,
yeah, how black people, when they get Chris's old bit about how when white people are rich, they're rich, and their kids are rich, and their grandkids. But when a black guy gets rich, it's countdown to when he's poor again.
And
that's what it's like for me, yeah.
But you said, you said you don't see it as your money, you see it as the money.
Yeah, it's the money. It's an element. It's like oxygen.
That's great.
It's not right to hoard it around you. You got to keep circulating it back out into the system.
So you earn money.
That's how the
and
economy
you spend
works.
It.
I spend it right out my asshole. I just buy.
What'd you buy today?
Nothing. It's early. It's only 10:30 in the morning.
You buy gold though. That's smart.
What? Yeah, I bought some gold coins.
Smart.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could pay Louis in 3 magic beans, and he'd be happy.
I bought a bunch of gold coins. They were about $900 when I bought them. They're an ounce each, and they're now worth $1,500.
So this is true. You really did buy some gold coins.
I've been to the gold store with her.
Gold bullion coins.
What are you thinking?
I had cash. I got paid in cash for it.
So you went out and bought some gold coins?
Got some gold coins.
You did? Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. And they're went from $900 to $1,500 each. That's a pretty good
Just a
profit.
weird purchase, though. What else did you get? A horse and a slave?
It is strange.
Right.
That is weird. Did you do it as an investment, or did you think, I wonder if this will work?
What do you mean, if it'll work?
Did you do it as an investment, thinking, I wonder if I can make money of this, or was it a little whim, or?
I just wanted some gold coins.
It was shiny.
And I also knew that gold keeps going up. It always goes up.
How do you know they're real, though? How do you know that's honestly 100% legit?
They're American mint. They're U.S. Eagles or Canadian.
What do you think of this as an idea that I want to do Idiot Abroad 3?
You bite it. You bite the coin.
I wanted Carl to do this, but Carl's going to do it, we think, right? We're not sure yet. But it's called Fool's Gold. I give him £1 million, and he's got to spend every pound once, and he's got to make another $1 million. And he thinks it's easy.
He thinks
he's got a year. I'll give him £1 million, and he's got to spend it all and make $2 million. So make £1 million.
So we invest it. He has to buy things that would. He's got to figure some shit
out.
out.
I said, what would you do? He said, first thing, buy some scratch cards. I said, how many? He said 5,000. That was his first. That was his first thing.
5,000 scratch cards.
Yeah.
So
Just imagine him doing
$5,000 goes to scratch cards.
Yeah, and then he's just scratching. That's
not terrible.
That's
not terrible odds.
If
he gets a few 20s in there, a few 40, scratch cards. You
can make
a few $100 once in a while. Yeah.
But here's the thing: if you win, say $50, they'll say, "Do you want $50, or do you want me to give you 50 more scratch cards?" And that's the mistake everyone
That's how they
makes.
get you.
Yep.
I did that once when I was going. I forgot to buy my family presents, and I went down and I got them all like 10 scratch cards each. Right?
You forgot to buy your family presents?
Yeah, but I was late. I forgot. Yeah, and the kids, there was like nieces and nephews, like 10-year-olds, winning a $5 and then going down the shop and getting
from like the smoked cigarette shop.
Exactly.
Wow.
They're addicted now.
The smoked cigarette shop. Yeah, the smoked cigarette shop. Whatever the English retards call it. Whatever these worthless people call their version of it.
How many people did he offend in that English retards? Just
two,
in that one
exactly.
sentence.
Really, one. They're all over there.
Oh,
every retarded person is in England. It's true.
Oh God.
40-year-old guys are not good specimens either. We're not. Like, I have a friend who has a lot of young girlfriends. He always goes, and he goes a little too, they're too young. And it's not okay. He brings them around and you're like, dude, don't. Like, literally you point at her face and go, don't f her. That's awful. Because, and she's like, just bad, But so he was going to have sex with her one night, and he said he wanted to go all night. Like, he wanted to really last a long time. So he said, I'm going to drink a lot of milk so I can have a lot of sex. I was like, who told you that mattered? And he goes, well, because you can come more if you drink milk. This guy actually thinks that, like, you run out of cum, but if you drink milk, your body goes like, oh, dude, that's perfect. Just send that right through. That's fine. Nobody will know the difference. Just go ahead and send it through. Run out of cum and a pinch milk is fine. It doesn't, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and send it right through. Spray it all over his cat's face, whatever he was doing. What? I'll come on my cat's face. If she's watching, she's gonna get a face full of cum. She knows that by now. She knows. It's her fault now. Come on my cat's face once, shame on me. I don't have a cat. I don't have a cat. I never had one. I mean, I would come on a cat's face. I'm not trying to take that back. I just don't happen to have a cat. I have a dog, and I had a dog when I was a teenager, and yeah, I did once. I made my dog lick cottage cheese off my balls, which is something you now can't unknow. You just know it. I did this. And I only hesitated to start the sentence only because I wasn't sure whether to say that I let my dog lick cottage cheese off my balls or that I made him lick cottage cheese. And really, considering how much dogs love cheese, I think I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. I think that's probably the fairest way to put it. I remember it so clearly, and I remember the look on the dog's face. He was like, oh, dude, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this to us? Just put it on a plate. Why do I have to lick it off your goddamn balls? All right, come on, fine, let's do it. I'm doing it. I don't care. Look, you gotta live with this. I'll be dead in 2 years. I'm a dog. This is your problem. So I had nowhere to go, and I thought, maybe I'll go to Russia. I really don't know why. I can't really explain any decisions I made then. Because I have children now, so you don't have to search when you have children. You're not like, oh, what could I do to enhance my life? You're just sort of compelled to do whatever comes at you at a certain age in life. But I was in my 20s. I had no wife, nothing. I had no girlfriend even. I just was this guy, and I had money from a TV job, and
So I just said, I'm going to go to Russia, because when I was a kid, I used to read Russian novels, and I loved them, and I would open all the windows so I would be cold, and I wanted to be cold like they were. So I just decided I'm going to go. And also somebody told me that the wall had just come down in the Soviet Union and that Russia was a really crazy place at the time. So I said, I'm going to go there. I speak no Russian. I can't even look at the alphabet and understand what I'm looking at. There's no place more foreign to me than Russia. So I went. I went to Moscow, which is, when you land in Moscow, it's just forest, and there's a city in the middle of just forest. It's terrifying. And as the plane goes down, you're like, no, I didn't want to really do this. And the whole time there, I couldn't fend for myself. It was already a country that was just broken in pieces. And the weirdest things happened to me there, and they just became normal after a while. Like I was in a restaurant, and a waiter came up to me, not my waiter, and he said, Coca-Cola? And I said, uh-huh. He said, Coca-Cola. And I said, sure. I don't drink Coca-Cola, but I had learned by that point to just do what they're asking you to do. Sure. So he went to the kitchen and he got a Coke and a can, and he handed it to me, and he said, $5, because only dollars were worth anything there. And I said, okay, on my bill. He said, no, $5, me now. So I gave him $5, and he put on his coat and he left. He just sold me a Coke on the side and then quit his job. So those are the kind of confusing moments I was having there. And I couldn't talk to anybody, and I was so lonely. It's difficult. I mean, I was alone, and I just sit in the room and go, okay, that was a really up day. I hated that day. And I tried to watch television, and the TV was American shows like Dynasty. And the way they translate, they didn't have, what they did was the sound is a little down, and there's just one man saying all of the dialogue over the whole show. I was there for 2 weeks, and it just was crushingly, I had made no contact with anyone. And then one day I went into the subway. Now, if you've never been to Moscow, the streets in Moscow during the Cold War, they were made wider so that they could have missiles go down the middle of the street for the parades. And if you go there, you'll find out, if you go behind the big buildings, they actually tore the buildings off of their foundations and dragged them back. And a lot of the bigger buildings in Moscow, in the back, they're being held up by like bricks. It's really unnerving how unsafe the whole city is. So the streets are very wide, and you can't cross the street on a green light. You'll never make it. So they made tunnels so you can go under, and those are connected to the subway. And the subway in Moscow, you go down in an escalator, and you keep going until you think, it just keeps going. Like, this is so deep, this is really upsetting. But anyway, everyone hangs out in these tunnels. I went in the middle of December. I went to Russia in the middle of December alone. And I'm standing in the subway, and I'm watching a violin player. And the one thing about Russia still today, I think, is that no one has any money. So when you see a guy playing the violin in the subway, he's like the first chair violin for like the Russian Symphony Orchestra, because that doesn't pay. And at least he can get a few kopecks in the subway. So I'm watching him, and these other people are sitting on the floor, and we're crying. Everybody's crying. Everybody. It's just normal. People are just watching, just wiping away tears. And there's a young fella sitting here, and he looked my age. I was 25 at the time. He looked about 25, and he was tattered and just watching this violin player. And then this group of kids walked by, about 8 children, ranging from 5 to 10 years old, and their faces were dirty, like in Oliver Twist, like they were in a play, like they had rubbed dirt on their face. And they're all wearing men's coats that they're wearing as from the neck down to the floor, and none of them have sleeves, their hands in their sleeves. Their sleeves are just flopping. They were like street urchin kids. And the coats, it just looked like these men's coats. And you kind of knew all the men who owned those coats are dead. And at least one of these kids killed those guys. Like, I swear I looked at an 8-year-old's face and thought, he has murdered. And that's what they looked like, just tough little kids. And I'd seen them before in Moscow. They work in groups. The guy sitting below me that I identified with called out to the head kid in the front. I don't speak Russian, so I just knew he was going, he's appealing to him. He needed something. And the kid with his hands in his sleeve looked at him suspiciously and said, like, what the fuck, why? What do you want from me? And the guy went, explaining himself, and he showed that his shoe had come apart. And he showed that his shoe was like a flap, and he showed the kid, and he showed him his shoe. And the kid shrugged and said, like, okay. And the kid's hand appeared from out of the sleeve, and there was a tube of shoe glue in his hand. He didn't rummage for it. It was already there. And he handed it to the guy, and the guy fixed his shoe with the glue, gave it back and just did. And then the kid from the other, he took his other hand had a paper bag, and he put the glue in, and he huffed it, and his eyes rolled back, and he got high. And then the group kept going, and I couldn't believe what I just saw. That the misery in this country at that time was so calculable and so predictable that this guy thought, my shoe's broken. Oh, there's a child. He's sure to have some glue in his hand because the state of our nation is so wretched. And I looked, and he looked at me, and I was startled, and then he laughed, and I laughed. And he's the only person I had any contact with in the whole of the Soviet Union. And I realized this is why I came here, to find out how bad life gets, and that when it's this bad, it's still funny. That's all I got. Thank you.
The best movie I've seen recently was a French movie called The Pianist, or The Piano Teacher. Piano teacher. I'm going to ruin it for you so that it's worth talking about. Yeah. It's a French movie. Read? Yes, The Pianist.
Fuck that reading shit.
French woman, and she's a piano teacher at like a high-end academy in Paris. And you think you're just watching a movie about a woman who's a really tough teacher, and she's very cruel to students that aren't good enough, that kind of thing. And she's very weirdly mannered, and she has her tea, one of these just like really strict, unsmiling French woman. And then you're watching this movie, it's like 20 minutes. You're like, well, this is an interesting world I'm getting to learn about. I don't know. It's fine. And then she goes into the mall, and she walks around. You're just watching her walk around the mall. And then she goes into this video store, and you realize it's an adult video store. Oh. And you're like, what's she doing in here?
She's proper. Why?
She goes into a booth, like a private booth, puts coins in, and starts watching like a ass. And you come around behind her and you see this in the movie. You see the full-on sex, and then there's a little bin, tissue bin. She reaches in and gets a tissue and smells it while she watches the porn. And you're like, what kind of a movie is this? What kind of a movie is this? The thing is that it's so beautifully shot. You're like, this is just a
nice artsy
This
film.
is an artsy movie about artists. Yeah, with a lot of piano, And then all of a sudden she's smelling a tissue while she's watching a guy fuck a girl in the ass. And she's got the same look on her face as when she's like with the metronome.
That is amazing.
And then she, some young pianist guy who she hates because she thinks he's a hack, like he plays very flowery and everybody thinks he's great. Yeah. But she's hot for him. And so she sees him being nice to a young girl pianist. So then you just see that. You see her observing him being nice to this young girl pianist who's about to do a recital, a student of hers. And then you see her in the cloakroom. You don't know why you're watching this. The whole movie's like this. Like, why am I watching her walk around a cloakroom? She finds a coat that she was looking for, and then she gets a glass out of the bar and she crushes it like at a wedding, a Jewish wedding. Puts it in a napkin and crushes it, and puts crushed glass in the girl's coat pockets. Then the girl puts her hands, and just her fingers are destroyed, and she can't do the piano recital. What? This woman is this psychotic, horny, crazy. Yeah, if you're a f***ing American retard that watches Mel Gibson movies, it's slow. If you can take a breath, stop watching Hulk Hogan's show, you might enjoy life. It's sick. It's a sick twist. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen, honestly. Wow. And I see a lot of movies. Yeah. I'm good.
It really is like Vegas, kind of. That it's got that Vegas vibe. It doesn't feel like I stayed in another hotel right on the boardwalk once, and it felt like I stepped into the 70s.
And it feels like you're in Atlantic City.
Yeah. You know you're in Atlantic City.
Right. The Borgata could trick you into thinking, man, I took a flight to Vegas.
I went to Vegas.
That's exactly the difference, yeah.
There's some old diner waitress bringing the drinks at this other casino, bringing the drinks to the table, and you're just like, and then you look at the Borgata babes and walking around, they're just stunning.
No, the other Atlantic City places, it's like you're faced with the economy you're hurting with everything you do. There's supposed to be more of a buffer there.
Yeah.
Where you can get lost in it. But Atlantic City, the dealer looks at you like, thanks for up my hometown, asshole. Would you like another card? Like they just look depressed.
God damn, that is it.
You know?
Yeah.
My father owned a house, and now I live in a shack,
right?
So that you could play blackjack.
I hope you're having fun.
Yeah.
Oh, look, blackjack.
I would hit on that. Yes.
You so see the corruption. All you have to do is just drive around a little bit, less than a mile from those beautiful casinos, and you realize they don't give a fuck about the local economy.
No, it's all being sucked out.
It's like,
I don't know where that money's going.
It's another kind of tick, but it's a remote. It's like it doesn't even spread nearby.
No,
it's like a scientific taking money. It's like a tick that has a long distance.
Yeah, they must have helicopters at night that literally lift it up into the sky
to make sure it does not touch
the local economy.
Anybody
and
there.
The politicians, they obviously just look the other way.
Yeah.
It's like you're not even going to throw $1 into the economy.
No.
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
Who you saying is doing this?
What? You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
We're already in a weird spot with Donald Rumsfeld.
I bet he knows where that money goes.
You know what? I think Atlantic City's beautiful.
Every
inch of it is beautiful.
The Borgata.
No,
it's fantastic. Go see Louis.
Jobs. They got jobs.
They got jobs everywhere. For
Jobs.
You know
how many people they employ?
Jobs.
There weren't those jobs when it was before the casinos. I don't know what
there
was
was just a really kind of a nice area.
Steel Pier. What the hell happened?
Where someone could actually open a store and try to have a business instead of a job. But now they got jobs. They get to wear a vest and deal cards to and Gaddafi's.
Yeah, Gaddafi's.
They get to fucking
great. Jobs.
You mean people used to open up their own family business down there?
Yeah.
Like bakery or delicatessen.
Yeah, wherever the Trump down there is. Does he have one down there?
Oh, he's got the Taj
Trump
and the Marina. I don't know how much.
Yeah, Trump Marina
really
is sitting where some guy used to have an old fish restaurant. He had the restaurant from 1850 in his family, and now it's a Trump Marina hotel.
It's right there on the water.
I worked that place, or is the Trump Castle it was called? I don't know where that is now.
I think they changed the name at some point.
I worked at Trump Castle, and I remember just watching people. I had never really been down there before, and I'm just watching these old ladies from around the country come on buses. Like from the middle of Ohio or Kentucky, literally. Like you see a bus that says like Lexington, Kentucky. And they fuck. And these old women come out of the bus, and they took a medical hit from the trip. Like you just see them, and they get out of these buses they were in for days.
Yeah, blood just clotting in their legs.
Helping each, the 60-year-olds helping the 70-year-olds off the bus, and they go get rooms.
Yeah,
and then they pour buckets of coins, all of their retirement, all they got left. They just pour it in buckets into these machines. And then they leave. And then so I'm watching all this, and it's all says Trump all over it. And then I was in an elevator, and Trump got on with Marla Maples at the time.
Yeah, okay.
And everyone was like, oh, there they are. They were really excited. They saw them. Oh my God, there's Trump and the woman he's illicitly. And they get on the elevator, and Trump looked miserable. I was in the elevator alone with him just by chance, and he just looked miserable. He looked so unhappy.
Yeah.
And all that money, I realized is a weird, like, he has all this billions of dollars, but he's miserable because he needs 100 billion to look in the mirror and not want to kill himself. He needs that. These old ladies from Kentucky, they don't need anything. They have like maybe $1,000 in the bank.
Right.
It's like they're coming. It's like a religion. Like they're coming to help him feel better. Like they're coming to give him money.
Giving him the money.
He's like, I have $100 billion and I don't gonna fuck everybody. It's not enough. And these old ladies are like, I have maybe 1,000. You can have all of it.
I'll give you all of it.
I'll take a bus all day to give it to you.
We could have pumped it into our own economy where we live.
Yeah, I could have given it to my neighbor's store that closed last week.
But I figured I'd come all this way just to dump it into
Hopefully
this
make
machine.
you a little happier.
Yeah,
that's classic.
With the only buffer being this vague hope that I might leave
that I
with
may be
more,
one
but,
of the trillions.
But it ain't gonna happen. So we'll just pour money out.
I want to know more about the family fish business. The little restaurant
that
was
poor
there.
guy.
Forget that.
With his little boat. He would
Maybe
just
a little
go
bait
out
shop
every day.
Bait shop on the pier.
No,
Oh,
he
bait
used
shop.
to wipe off the table when you walked in, and
Yeah,
he'd feel real
nice,
proud.
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
You'd smell like the ocean air. It was open windows in the summer.
What was his last day like, you think?
Wrecking ball.
A bunch of suits and
wrecking ball
ties.
with the whole family just outside crying.
Yeah, and now in that exact same spot, it's ring, ding, 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 bang, ding, 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 bang, 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 ding, ding.
Oh God, that's all you did. It was Donald Trump and a bunch of other guys in suits with golden shovels taking that photo of them breaking ground, and in back is the boarded up fish place just ready to be plowed asunder.
That was there for 150 years.
You know, and it's not the fault of some.
I think it's a compact humans have always made. We want to be able to laugh about stuff that's upsetting us. It's part of it, and then everybody gets upset sometimes, and they all go, "How could we make such jokes? This is a terrible thing." But in the end, we always choose the humor. That's why comedy's always stayed in there. Once in a while, everybody says this is wrong to talk about these things, and you shouldn't joke about bad things or hurting things. And we all clang a bell because that's part of the process. And I accept that. That's okay to people do that because it's part of it. You say that to yourself once in a while because it lets you off the hook. I tweeted to everybody that I thought that joke was inappropriate. And then later you can laugh at a joke that's inappropriate. You know, I mean, that way you get to have both ways.
But are there places you will not go?
Only if it's not funny or if it's boring.
But that's it.
Yeah, or somebody else has been there heavily. Then I won't go there usually because it's boring. Yeah, no, it's only if it's boring. But I don't. I remember saying one time that saying that a joke is too awful, saying that something is too terrible to joke about, is like saying that a disease is too terrible to try to cure it. I mean, that's what you do with awful things. You joke about them. That's how you get through it. It's how you survive life.
That's the only way you can talk.
Yeah. So to say that's so terrible, I can't joke about it. That's totally counterintuitive to me. It's like, if it's that awful, you better start joking about it. Because that's how human beings get through it.